Good afternoon, good evening, good night. I hope everybody is doing amazing on this Wednesday night. I am super proud to bring to you my client, Desiree. I do. And what she do is she help you get them riches on Pinterest. And a lot of you guys are sleeping on Pinterest. I know I slept on Pinterest for years. As a matter of fact, one of my regrets is that I didn't stick with Pinterest while I was on it because I
Mhm.
loved it as an app and as a shopping tool. And I never made the connection that if I loved it as an app and as a shopping tool, why wouldn't I expect people to buy my stuff on Pinterest? So if you're joining us right now, go ahead and share the broadcast. I'm going to turn it over to Desiree. For those of you who don't know who I am, of course, my name is Danielle Patterson Winningham, former JP Morgan Chase Vice President, Master Life and Master Business Coach. For the last 10 years, we've had the honor and blessing of being able to help women build profitable, keyword profitable online businesses. And Desiree is one of those women, and she's built her business by helping women, specifically some smart men, build their brands using Pinterest. So, Desiree, tell us a little bit more about how you got started on Pinterest.
Hi, Coach, and thanks for having me, guys. My name is Desiree, as Coach said. I initially run a business called Desiree's Delightful Treats LLC, and I started off on Pinterest. Like everybody else, pretty much pinning everything I saw. I went there for inspiration for cakes, and so I got one board that probably got like 2,000 cakes in it. And then eventually, through someone else asking me if I was on Pinterest, and I said, "Oh yeah, of course. Who's not on Pinterest?" And she said, "Are you?" Your business is your business on Pinterest, and that was eye-opening to me when she asked me that, and I was like, no, but I'm over there looking at everybody else stuff. So I started researching Pinterest. Then I started putting myself out there on Pinterest as a business rather than just someone looking to pin stuff and find ideas. And I found out from that there is a lot of money on Pinterest that can be utilized for your business. And I started utilizing Pinterest for my business, and it truly was a game changer. And I've spent like the last 2 years just studying Pinterest and studying the money to be made over there, and it's just growing more and more and more. And now is definitely the time to jump on in and get in the game.
Wow. And so, guys, tonight, thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking about not just why you should get on Pinterest, but why you really need to get on there ASAP. And one of the big reasons is the money factor. One of the things I tell people already all the time is I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't always talk about the money first. Because if you want to go where the money resides, you got to check the numbers, you got to check the results. And with Pinterest, over 40% of the households that are on Pinterest make more than 100K a year.
Yes.
So you're not just talking about, uh, you know, you're not just talking about people. You're talking about mostly affluent people who are on Pinterest spending money. Because make no bones about it, Pinterest is a shopping app. If they're not shopping on Pinterest, they're planning to shop. They're planning to buy the stuff for their wedding. They're planning to buy the stuff for their bridal shower. They're planning to buy their birthday cake or they're planning their birthday decoration. So, what better place to be than in the planning stages of somebody that is geared, primed, and prepared to buy? Desiree, what do you think about that?
You're absolutely right, Coach. You're absolutely right. And just to add to that, I did a live yesterday, and in that live I mentioned how Pinterest sales grew 50% in the first
During
half
the pandemic,
of 2020 during the pandemic.
while everybody else was struggling, because that's a whole live stream.
Yep.
Pinterest is where the money resides.
Yeah.
And you know the beautiful thing about that? is it ain't no whole lot of competition over there because everybody is sleeping on it.
Yeah.
While y'all on Instagram, truth be told, Instagram don't have that money power that Pinterest does. It really just doesn't. So
And
here's an opportunity for you to get out there. Go ahead, Desiree.
yeah, I was going to say, and another thing that Pinterest doesn't have that most platforms have is an algorithm.
Mm-mm.
They do not have the
But you
algorithm.
know, I don't think most people know that.
Nope, they don't. They do not. They do not have no algorithms. And it is, people are sleeping on it. And I think it's because we are so used to looking at it as a place to go and pin stuff and get ideas. We're not looking at it as a platform to actually sell. And even to mention, today is Cinco de Mayo. How many people went to Pinterest to find out a recipe for a margarita today? How many people went to find out where to buy a sombrero hat and a poncho? So while people celebrating and drinking today, there are people on Pinterest who are making
Buying.
money.
Wow. Wow, that's something. Another thing I think a lot of people don't know is that the very essence of Pinterest being pins and being visual means that people buy faster.
They do.
Pictures convert. We've always said a picture is worth 1,000 words. And now Pinterest even has video.
Yes, it does.
Talk to me about that, Desiree.
Yes, it does. They have it so now you can attach products to your video, recipes to your videos, and they're over there creating videos. I have videos over there on Pinterest with recipes and stuff to it, and me doing some of my cake work and stuff. And it's a big thing over there now. Pinterest is mimicking a lot of other sites without all the other attachments to it. And people aren't over there looking for giant names. People are looking for small business. They're looking to connect with people because Pinterest has always had like a family feel to it. When you go over there and you pin these things, these are things from people that aren't big names. No one's typing in Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all of that over there. They're typing in a product of what they want, and it's being attached to the me's and the you's who have those small products over there, and that's what they want to connect with. They're not typing in big names at all.
Wow. That's something. And I tell you another great thing about Pinterest is if you're looking to drive traffic to your site, Pinterest is it. Because unless you got 10,000 followers on Instagram, you can't drive traffic to your site.
Yeah.
When you put a website link in Facebook, it immediately drops you to the bottom of the stack rank because Facebook doesn't want you to leave the Facebook platform. Pinterest is almost the only app that allows you to drive traffic, even from day one.
Yes.
From words they go to your website. Let people know. And guys, if you haven't already known that you need to do something about your Pinterest life, go to bit.ly/the perfect pen call and go ahead and schedule your call with Desiree. She has some amazing upcoming things that you want to make sure you're a part of. Don't sleep, don't overthink it. You know, if the fact that that's the money app and 40% of the households make six figures or better, if that wasn't enough for you, if the fact that, you know, it just converts faster than other apps because it's picture oriented, if that wasn't enough for you, you know, people don't like to read. If the fact that it allows you to drive traffic straight to your website, if none of that was enough, you must be waiting on the holy grail of social media apps. And most people don't even consider Pinterest social media. As a matter of fact, Pinterest has been the only app that has made the brand relevance list ever. Meaning, this is something that people, they look at it like Apple, they look at it like Microsoft, they look at it like they look at these Nike and these other big brands. They don't look at it like they look at Facebook and Instagram. They look at it in a totally different light. So it's definitely, if you want to stand out in your industry, this is a place where you can go and still be a pioneer. So schedule your call, bit.ly/the perfect pen call, and get in the loop. Don't get left out.
Absolutely. Absolutely, coach. And just to touch on what you were saying about driving traffic to your website, Pinterest doesn't want to be the middleman. With all these other platforms, you got to go through that platform and they're telling you where to go and what to do and how you can do it. Pinterest want people to connect immediately directly to you, and you're immediately allowed and able to take these people off that platform directly to you, to your website, like you said, directly to you, to those sales. Pinterest don't want to be involved with that. It's just an introduction. Here you go, and y'all work it out from here. And there are people over there making those connections. There are people over there um, making those sales through being able to do that. And there's no upfront charge for that. So y'all better get on it while is the way it is now. I mean, just like on any other site, you can promote what you're doing, but it's totally 100% not even necessary to do that on Pinterest.
And sometimes we miss those opportunities. And another opportunity I think people miss out on. I remember when Facebook used to be the land of shares and everybody used to share people's stuff. Nowadays, half of y'all watching this broadcast won't even share. I don't know whether people find it embarrassing to share other people's stuff or if it's just the Facebook culture. But on Pinterest, the culture is to share.
Yeah,
It's the billboards and to have people come and share from what you've pinned. So it's almost Facebook, but the perfect remedy for
hmm
all the things that we wish were different on Facebook.
and not only can you share, but another quick fact about Pinterest is that um, over half of the viewers aren't even in the US. So that's international exposure.
Mm.
But you're still able to drive directly to you for sales. And I have some of my stuff that's on Pinterest that has gotten 3,000 and 2,000 and something shares. This is other people constantly sharing my stuff with other people, and when I Google, if you Google me, along that Google search down there, you're going to see some of my stuff from the pinned in the UK, Australia, all over the world. They're sharing your information. That is an opportunity to really get some serious business exposure and some serious money driven directly to you,
And,
international.
and I tell you what, you're not going to find that level of shares on Facebook ever. That level of shares on Facebook is called viral. And that level of shares happens on Pinterest all the time.
Yeah,
So it's definitely something to look into. And like we said earlier, not only do pictures sell more, but pictures sell faster. If I picture of some shoes, I'm gonna buy them. And you can describe them shoes all day.
yeah,
You can talk about them shoes all day. Girl, you could tell a story about them shoes. It's gonna be that picture that's worth 1,000 words that makes me go buy. And so that's Pinterest is so business friendly, especially for people that have products and services that are based on pictures. And even if you don't, there's a way to put even motivation in
yeah,
a picture. There's a
yeah,
way to put inspiration. There's a way to put resilience in a picture. And so a lot of times I think that we want to follow other people instead of carving out our own way. And following other people is easier, but you also get remnants and leftovers instead of being the cream of the crop and the premium. So being on Pinterest is a way for you to get the cream of the crop and be the premium instead of being the leftovers.
absolutely, coach. Absolutely.
So Desiree, what do you love most about Pinterest? Now, when you first started talking about teaching Pinterest, everybody was like, "Oh my God, I love Pinterest," but nobody thought about taking their business to Pinterest. They just thought, "Oh, I love making 1,000 boards with 1,000,000 pins
Yes.
and buying $1 million worth of stuff over there. And why nobody, including me, made the connection that if you can buy so much, you can sell so much. But what do you love most about Pinterest?
I love what I love most about it is that you're able to, like you said, it's not a social media site. It's a visual site. So I love the fact that you could visually find stuff. People can visually find your stuff and find you. And like for me, I'm really I'm really a person that I'm not a out there go-getter type place. It's a place for you to interact, make money, find great things, and not really have to interact as much with people themselves as you think. I mean, you do have the ability to comment and under people's stuff and give your opinion about stuff, but only thing Pinterest will truly do for you that you will get shadow banned for being in people inboxes trying to talk too much to them. So I love that you can interact with people without having to really have a conversation all the time with someone. Like on some of these other sites, you're constantly DM'd and stuff like that. That doesn't go on Pinterest, even though there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of back and forth with people. People show support to you and you show support to other people there without having to constantly be talking to people because it's visual. And I think I love that the most about it. And I love how I can draw people directly to me. And once you draw people directly to you, your goal is to take them off of Pinterest. It's not like Facebook, like you were saying earlier, where they just want you to stay located. They don't want you to go nowhere. They want you to stay right here on this particular platform. Pinterest wants you to take those connections off of that platform and do your business.
I think you just missed a key point. That Pinterest for introverts, I
Mm-hmm.
think you just missed out. I think you need to do a whole broadcast about that because I think so many people overlook that everybody's not gregarious and everybody doesn't want to be out there. But you could pin 1 million pins a day and have people coming to you because you made those pins.
Yeah, yeah. And Pinterest. Another thing I love so much about it too that people don't know. Pinterest will let you know what's going on. Pinterest lets you know what are the trends and that's something else that people are sleeping on. It tells you the top trends that's happening. If you're say you're a wedding event coordinator and you don't know what's the latest trends for event court, it tells you all of that. It literally tells you that at the top of the feeds and stuff. Trending right now. This is what's trending in this. What's popular? Where they tell you what people are searching and looking for. It takes a lot of the busy and guesswork out of you, and all you have to do is connect with those people. You don't have to worry about what's the latest uh, cakes. You don't have to worry about what's the latest fashion. You don't have to worry about what's the latest decor, what's the latest business stuff people are searching. It will tell you all of that because it gives you all of those trends. They're doing a lot of work for you. All we got to do is get over there and get that money.
And show up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And learn the platform. You gotta learn.
Yeah.
One other thing I love about Pinterest is that it is a girl's world. And for people that don't realize that women have 70 to 80% of the world's buying power,
Yes.
Pinterest is proof because Pinterest is dominated by women. And they are over there making buying decisions like nobody's business. So if you have a product or service that's specifically geared towards women, then especially with these new privacy laws coming,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a struggle for you to even target people based on gender with these new privacy laws. But here you have an app that's gonna let you get in front of women and you know it.
Yeah.
bit.ly, the perfect pen call. Schedule your call right now. This new way that everybody is going and everything is going to force us to do some things differently. I
Yeah.
promise you, it just is. And if you were used to doing things and being comfortable and, not changing, I'm just telling you to be ready.
It's so true.
Just telling you to be ready. So,
I'm just,
Desiree, what would you tell somebody on a scale of 1 to 10? Because a lot of people are like, oh, it's new, it's going to be super hard. Why would they need to schedule a call with you? Because I think you're going to be able to break it down for them in a way that they understand, because it's probably something that they're already doing or close to it. What do you think, Desiree?
I think you're absolutely right, and I think people need to schedule a call for me with me because I need people to understand how easy it is. It's not as hard as you think. Like I just mentioned, Pinterest does a lot of the work for you. So once all you have to do is switch your mindset into looking at Pinterest a different way. So if you schedule that call with me, I'll be able to help you look at Pinterest a different way. I'll be able to help you understand the upcoming things I got going on that can further help you understand Pinterest, break Pinterest down, and have you look at Pinterest in a different light. Rather than looking at the person over there pinning, I want you to change your mindset to look at the person that's over there doing, presenting the stuff that everybody's pinning. If you like paintings, you're over there looking at paintings and you're pinning people paintings. I want you to switch your mindset so you can be the person who's whose paintings people are pinning. And all we have to do is look at it differently. So I definitely encourage you to schedule a call with me at bit.ly, / the perfect pen call. And we can talk through those things and you can get a business idea of what's presentable over there for you, what's awaiting you over there. And it's not hard. It's not hard at all. Not at all.
I'm super excited, Desiree. So, I am committed. Right now, I'm working on making brand story my mastery, but I'm going to commit the month of June to really spending some time on Pinterest with you and getting a fresh point of view for this new brand that I'm launching, that I'm going to be telling you guys about soon. So
Yes.
make sure you meet me. You might want to beat me there. Don't meet me there. That way you can give me some tips when I get there. You can say, look,
Yeah,
coach, Desiree already got us ready. Don't be behind the scenes. Don't wait. Go to bit.ly, the perfect pen call, and schedule your call with Desiree so you can get started doing something different. Look, change is going to come. My whole mantra this week is don't wait until it's too late.
mm,
And I
mm,
know Desiree, you know me and you, she can
yeah,
tell you, don't wait until it's too late.
yeah,
And we as women, we tend to wait until the rubber meets the road. We tend to wait until the bottom fell out. We tend to wait till we can't take it anymore. Let's stop doing that. Let's
yeah.
go while the sun is shining. Let's go when our feet are not against the fire. Let's go before we get put off or starved on these other platforms. Let's go while we have the opportunity. bit.ly, the perfect big call. I'm super excited about this class,
Me
Desiree.
too. Me too, Coach. I am so super excited. Listen, I call it the Pinterest takeover. I mean, I remember when Facebook first started lives and you came over here and took over. And that's another thing what you were saying about don't wait too late, because you at the time was on Periscope. Periscope don't even exist no more. And you said you was coming to Facebook. You came over here and dominated. And now Pinterest is another platform that we can go as a tribe and dominate while ain't nobody over there doing nothing but
Everybody sleeping the wheel.
Yep,
I love it.
yep.
I love it. So, guys, schedule your call. bit.ly / the perfect pen call. Thank you, Desiree.
Thank you for having me, Coach, and thank you for everybody who's listening and watching. Schedule a call with me. Share out this broadcast. Let's get on Pinterest. Let's do this.
Let's get it.
Yes.
Love you guys. Have a good